Hi, everybody. It's Friday afternoon. Let's see, today's the 3rd of April, 1 o'clock in London town. Hope everybody's doing well. What we're going to focus on today is a fairly, a lot of stretching towards the end of the workout, just to kind of ease you into your weekend, make it feel a bit more like the weekend, and hopefully just to release any tension or anxiety that's kind of been building up in the body. Also do a fair amount of strengthening and lengthening, as we always do in Pilates. So just take time to breathe. I said, grab your kids. This will be a workout that's appropriate for adults and kids, beginners, intermediate. You can always make it stronger, but we should be accessible to everyone today. So some equipment that I may throw in or hoping to throw in: a ball. If you don't have a ball, substitute a towel, just bundled up. I'm going to throw in a band. If you don't have a band, feel free to grab a scarf or just do it without the band. And optional light weights. If you want a little more challenge, you can add some weight to some of these exercises to make them a little bit tougher. And like I said, we're going to finish with a nice, good long stretch, a little bit more than I usually spend stretching because, just the end of the week, crazy week. I feel like that's what we all need. Okay, so we're going to start standing up. Have a look at your feet. Toes and heels should be in a line. And just rock forward and back from the balls of the feet to your heels. Settle somewhere in the middle. Draw the abdominals in. Lengthen through the top of the head. And then big breath in. Reach the arms overhead. As you breathe out, come up onto your toes. Find your balance. And then lower your heels down. Drop your chin to your chest. And just start warming up the spine. Just rolling all the way down over those legs. And I just want you to hang there for a moment. Nod your head, yes. Shake the head, no. And then sway left and right to stretch out your lower back. Come back to the center. We're going to bend the knees, get the hands to the mat, and then breathe out. Walk your hands forward. Lift the head, relax the shoulders, and now we're going to lift the hips up into a downward dog. I want you to press into your heels. Hold your stretch there, and then breathe in. Take the hands, the shoulders back over, the hands down into your plank. Breathe out. Lift the hips high. Press into the heels, stretching out your lower leg into those calves. And then again, hips down, head up. Breathe in, lift the hips. Breathe out, drop back down into your plank. Now this time, as you lift your hips up, I want you to press into your left heel and lift the right leg up. And see if you can stretch that leg as high as you can. Even if it's down here, wherever you can reach. Breathe in, come back down into our plank. Breathe out into your stretch. Right heel down, left leg up. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in. Take that leg back down into your plank. Now, I want you to lower your knees down. Tap the mat. Exhale, lift back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more times. Just tap the knees and lift. 1 more time. Down, up, and hold. Now, tap the left foot out. Right foot out. So both legs are wide. And right foot in. Left foot in. 1 more time. Left foot out. Right foot out. Right foot in. Left foot in. And again. Left foot out. Right foot out. Left in. Right in. And then lift your hips up. Press into your heels. Walk your hands back to your feet. And we're going to roll ourselves all the way back to standing. Just restacking one vertebra on top of the other. Shoulders on top of the ribs. Head on top of the shoulders. Inhale. Lift the arms up. And exhale. Up into your balance. Now, holding the balance, I'm going to turn to your left. Keep the hips facing forward. Try to stay high on those toes, almost locking out those ankles. Breathe in, narrow the waist, turn to the right. Inhale back to the center 1 more time. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist right. Inhale, center, arms out to the side, and then lace your fingers together behind the back. Just really opening up the chest. Look to the ceiling. Breathe out. Let the chest drop forward. Let the arms drop away from the body. Hold there. Nod your head. And then take your hands down to the mat. Bend your knees. Rest your chest on top of your knees. Get your hands to the mat. Try to keep the hands on the mat as we straighten the legs out. Breathe in. Bend the knees. Breathe out. Straighten up the legs. And again, bend the knees, rest the chest on top of the knees into that low squat. Check your feet are parallel. Straighten the legs out. And then soften the knees. And again, walk your hands forward, breathing out as you come forward. Now lift the head, relax the shoulders. We're going to drop your right knee under the body to left elbow. We're going to switch sides. And twist. Little hop if you can. Knee crossing to the opposite elbow. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your plank. Drop your knees for a moment. Stretch your arms. And then straighten back up into your plank. Tap your hand to your shoulders. 8, 7, 6. Opposite hand to shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. I'm going to drop down to your elbows. Pull your elbows back towards your feet. Your feet come up towards your elbows. Ankles, knees, inner thighs are touching. And then breathe in. Tap your knees to the mat. Breathe out. Lift the knees up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Aim for 3. Try to pull your elbows slightly apart. Last 2. And lift. 1 more. Lift up and hold. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the knees. Sit back onto the heels. Stretch your arms. Stretch your back. Rest your head. Good. And then we're going to come to all fours. And now take that towel or ball or whichever you have. Let's actually do it with the ball. We're going to place that ball between your knees. Hands come directly into the shoulders. We're going to tuck the toes under. And we're going to hover your knees just above that. Squeeze that ball, that towel, whatever you're using, and hollow your abdominals. Really pull your belly button up and away. And then inhale, lower the knees back down to the mat. As you exhale again, lift the knees. Scoop the abdominals in. Big lift through the abdominals. Holding there for 4, 3. Squeezing that ball. Inhale down. Last one. Again, knees come just an inch up off the mat. What I do see in groups is people tend to overdo it. They come up here. I want the hips in line with your shoulders, knees just 2 inches above the mat. Squeeze that ball. And again, just hollowing the abdominals, almost like you're pulling them up under the ribs. Hold there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down. Sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms. Rest your head. Good. Okay, grab the ball. I'm going to flip ourselves around and stretch your legs up. Reach the ball all the way behind you, holding the ball in your hands. Now we're going to stretch from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes, squeezing the ball, lift the hands, the head, the spine, curl yourself up, stretch forward, breathe in, roll through the spine, shoulders down. We're going to breathe out, rolling all the way back. Once again, inhale, exhale, lift the hands, head, spine, curling up, reach forward, lengthen through the spine, and roll down. Inhale. One last time. Exhale, hands, head, spine, curling up. Breathe in as you stretch. Straighten at the back. And then we're going to come halfway back. Hold here. Now you pull the shoulders back. Imagine hooks in your chest. Lifting your chest up. Lift your chin up. So you can zip the legs together and lift the legs up to that ball. Stretch the legs long. Inhale, lower. Now if that felt too strong, we do single legs. You can alternate the legs. Keep going there. Either one with single legs or double legs for 4, 3. Keep the shoulders back, chest up. 2, and 1. Good. Drop the legs down. Drop your upper body down. Breathe in. Reach the arms overhead. And then just hug your knees into your chest. Add a little bit of movement side to side. Good. Now we're going to place that ball between the knees. Slide your fingers under your lower back. I want a little bit of space there, but sink your lowest rib, your lowest back rib down to the mat. Draw the belly button in. I'm going to peel the head and shoulders up. Squeeze that ball. Pump the arms. Breathe again. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. Now, if you don't have a ball, again, we've got that towel. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. If you want to advance, we stretch the legs. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, 4. Shoulders stay nice and relaxed. Breathe out. 2 more breaths. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Good. Shoulders back, past the ball or the towel, whatever you're using. Out to the side, out to the side. Hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Good. Take the knees up to our tabletop position with the knees above the hips, shins parallel to the floor, ribs towards your hips, belly button pulled tight, hands off the edge of the mat. And we're going to drop the knees to the right as you turn the head to the left. Breathe out, narrow the waist, lift the knees back to the midline, chin comes back to the center, knees drop to the left as the head turns to the right. And then again, exhale, narrowing the waist. Almost imagine a belt just pulling tighter around your middle. Inhale, dropping the knees one direction, the head turning the other. So it's just about mobilizing, twisting the spine. Exhale, lift back up. Last one, inhale down. And exhale, lift. I'm going to curl your head and shoulders up off the mat. If you want to make this harder, grab your weights. Little light weights in the hands will make it a little stronger. We're going to breathe out, double leg stretch. Both arms and legs reach. Inhale, tap. Exhale, reach. And tap. Aim for 8 more. Keep going. So again, I'm just going to show with those weights. 7 and 6. So the chin is in towards your chest. You're looking towards your abdominals, not up to the ceiling, not letting that weight of the head hang off of that neck. We take the weight of the head in towards the body. Use the breath, breathing out and in. Last 2 and tap. Last 1 and then take the shoulders back. Turn the head side to side. Good, and then pop your weights away. We're gonna hug your right knee in, stretch your left leg long, lift your head, lift your shoulders down away from the ears, up off the mat, but away from the ears, and then switch the legs. So a strong exhale with each knee pull. In there first. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull both knees in, take your hands behind the head, touch the elbow to the opposite knee, extend the opposite leg, and then switch. Pull that knee across the chest towards that opposite elbow. Try to connect knee to elbow. Aim for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to tap 4 times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, change. Exhale, hold. 4, 3, 2, and again. 4 times each side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the shoulders back. Pull the knees in. Now you're going to stretch your legs out. Reach your fingertips high over your head. Just arching your back up off that mat. So just stretching those abdominals. And then take your hands behind your head, elbows out wide. Sink your ribs down. Cross your right leg over the left. Now I want you to imagine we've got strings out of the top of the head, strings at those toes. Just lengthening your body, wrapping the core muscles tight. We're going to breathe out, come into a little crunch, but I want you to tighten the abdominals as you lift the head and shoulders up. Inhale down. So we initiate with your deep abdominals, with your transverse abdominals. So you're scooping and hollowing, pulling in, drawing in as the shoulders go up. So the key is to not let anything bulge up as you pull the head and shoulders up. Try to keep that belly button pulled in tight. Aim for 5 and 4. Last 3, 2. Also make sure you're not pulling the back of the head, not pulling the neck. Hold the next one. Now a little tiny crunch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Lift the right knee up. Pull the knee into your chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Now see if you can lift your left leg. If it gets into your lower back, drop it back down. But if you can't lift, you're going to flex and point for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the leg down. Last set, chest to knee, knee to chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch everything out again. Big lift through the rib cage. Just lifting that spine right off the mat to stretch. Breathe in, and then exhale. Sink the ribs back down. Ribs towards your hips. Zip the core in tight. Left leg crosses over the right. Get that length through the legs. I want long, active, strong legs. Hands behind the head. Breathe out and in. Exhale, lift and lower. It's almost like it's a string, kind of holding that belly button in and up as the shoulders go up over the ribs. Stay there for 4 and 3. Exhale, and with each lift, last 2. Holding the last one up, little crunch there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Freeze, hold. Now we pull that left knee up, pulse the knee into the chest. 8, 7, 6. Still getting that scoop. 4, 3, 2. Freeze, hold. Now lift the right leg up, flex and point. 8, 7. Again, if it gets into the lower back, if you find it harder to control, drop it down. 3, 2, and 1. Now we drop that leg, chest and knee together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the shoulders back, stretch the arms overhead, big lift through the spine. Good. And then roll yourself all the way over. Take your hands to the corners of the mat. I'm going to breathe out. Lift your chest out. Look up to the ceiling. Try to squeeze the glutes. Turn your toes out. Heels in towards each other. And then lower the chest. Pull those hands back. Imagine somebody's pulling the tips of your ears. Trying to lengthen and decompress your spine as you come all the way down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Come up just to the elbows. Slide the shoulders down. Zip the core tight. And I'm going to lift that spine, look up to the ceiling, really stretching the front of the body, stretching those legs, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the bum. Inhale to hold here. And then as you exhale, slowly lowering that spine down, trying to lengthen as you come all the way back down to the mat, slightly dragging your hands back and reaching through the top of the head. Good. Okay, now we're going to flip over and grab that ball. And place the ball under your feet. Now again, you got the option to use your towel. Now you'll try to lift your toes a little bit up, so more digging the heels into the ball. I'm going to breathe out, lift the hips up off the mat. Inhale, lower them down. Now if you don't have a ball or a towel, you can also do this just on your heels. But I want your feet together, knees together, inner thighs touching. There's no daylight between these legs. Everything's really tight. So we press, if you got that, if you have a ball, lift up. You can even use a couple of cans or something under those legs. We just want to add a little bit of a wobble, a little bit of instability to force more muscles to work. Aim for 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the hips down, lift those toes up to the ceiling, just hold the back legs. Take a big breath in and then lift your head, lift your shoulders, hold the right leg, let the left leg drop down, and then switch. Good, stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, shoulders down, knees in. Good. Take the feet down to the mat, but now I want a little bit of space between your knees. So if you look, your knees should be about hip width apart. You should be able to make a fist, place like a loose fist between those knees. Take the feet back down, press your lower back down into the mat. I'm going to peel the spine up one vertebra at a time, so articulating every joint. Once your hips are up, I'm going to pull those knees a little closer together, button your ribs a little closer towards your hips, zip the belly button in. You've got these glutes squeezing. Now we're going to lift that right toe up to the ceiling, stretch through that leg, and then if you can, lift your fingertips up to the ceiling. If you need a little more support, the hands can be down, and then we start circling that leg. Another way to dial this back, if you feel like it's too strong, is to drop the hips down and just do it. Try to maintain our neutral spine, neutral pelvis as you circle that leg. But if you want more challenge, we lift the hips high. Aim for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your circles. We're doing about 8 each direction. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the right foot down. Breathe in. Try to lift the hips a little higher. If you're keeping those hips high, zip the core tighter. Send your left leg up. Stretch through that toe. Shoulders away from the ears. Small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now before we switch directions, we just lift everything a little higher. Reverse your circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the key is to keep the body still as you move one part of the body. So just like isolating movements of certain limbs, legs, arms, whatever. Now reach the hands all the way behind your back so the hands should touch the floor. And then breathe out. Drop your rib cage. Keep your hips high. Slowly roll through your middle back. Really open up your lower back. Find there are 5 joints in your lower back. Try to find each one of them until the hip bones and the tailbone come down and the hands come back to your sides. Take a big breath in. Your next exhale, we're going to come up onto your toes. Heels high, hands to the lower abdomen. Lower back presses down into mat. Scoop everything in. Inhale. Exhale, curl the spine all the way up. Now, if you want to make this a little more challenging, add weight in your hands. So we're into our shoulder bridge. High on those toes. Shoulders are away from the ears. We're going to send the right leg up. This time, flexed foot. We're going to lower the arms, lower the legs. Exhale, lift. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you lift. So we're trying to stay high on that left toe. Look down the body. Your hips should be level. So don't let that right hip drop down at all. Keep that space between your hips and your mat. But again, if you want to modify, you can always keep the hips down. Aim for 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And lift. 1 more. Lift and hold. Take that right toe to the mat. Zip the core. Lift the hips. Send your left foot to the ceiling. Flexed foot. Inhale, lower the legs, lower the arm. Exhale, lift. And flex. And out. Aim for 6. So make sure those arms are going right up to the ears, maybe tapping the weights to the floor behind you if you're using weights. Aim for 4 more. Look down the body, hips should be level. 3. Last 2. And 1. Now take that toe down to the mat. I want you to lower your hips as you open your arms out. Lift the hips as you pull the arms back together. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Aim for 6. And 5. Nice wide arms. 4. 3. 2. Lift. And 1. Lift and hold. Now 1 arm back, 1 arm forward. Switch the arms. 6. 5. Try to stay high in that shoulder bridge. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And both hands reaching behind you. Lift the hips even higher. Drop your ribcage down first. Middle back second. Tilt the pelvis to get through that lower back. Hip bones and tailbone last. Leave your weights behind if you're using them. Hug your knees into your chest. Lift your chin into your chest. I'm going to roll up to sitting. Good. Make sure you've got enough mat behind you to roll yourself all the way back. So we're going to hold your balance here. Roll back to your shoulders and then up into a balance. So it should feel good. It's almost like a bit of massage for your back. So it's just a way to kind of force you into that rounded spine and always connecting one vertebra into that mat. Now so you can try to straighten the legs out. Hold either backs of the calves or your ankles. And roll back to the shoulders, up into your balance. 2 more back to the shoulders, up into your balance. Last 1, back, up and hold, and then take your feet together and straighten up your back. Good. Now we're going to come down to your elbows. And I want you to pull your knees into your chest. Touch your lowest front rib and try to pull it down. Zip the belly button in tight. Send your right leg out. Try to lock that knee out. Keep the left knee into the chest. Button that toe of that left foot to the inside of the right leg. As you lower the legs, make sure you don't lift that lower back up off the mat or drop the leg. Breathe out as you lift. Inhale all the way down to the mat without touching. Exhale up. Breathe in and out. Last 3. Try to really lift up out of the shoulders, but keep that core zipped. Last 2. And 1. Pull both knees in. Now left leg goes out. Right knee into the chest. Scoop and hollow. Inhale down. Exhale up. So somebody's been asking me, like, what does it mean when you like crack open your abdominals? I say, like, don't let the abdominals crack open. It's basically just keeping that distance. If you actually pinch your ribs towards your hips with your hands, you're just almost like holding that distance. Make sure they don't open out as that leg goes down. Aim for 2 and lift. 1 more. Lift up and hold up. Pull your knees into the chest. We're going to tap the right toe down and the left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees into the chest. Now see if you can come up to your hands. Reach your hands behind you a little bit wide, maybe just off the edges of the mat, and continue to tap those toes. 6, 5, 4. Really strong straight arms. 3, 2, 1. Pull both knees in. Stretch the legs out. Pull the knees in. Stretch the legs out. So you can lower the legs down. Exhale, lift. And again, down and lift. Aim for 1 more. Down and up. Hold. And then just fold over your legs. Good. Let's straighten up the back. Good. Draw your feet in towards each other. So coming into our butterfly position. Soles of your feet together. Letting the knees drop down. Easing your elbows into those knees. Almost to press them a little bit lower and add a little bit of movement. side to side. Now come back into a nice long straight back. Now we're going to cross your ankles. So just coming to a classic cross-legged position, sitting tall, slide your right hand across your left knee, breathe in, just twisting as you lengthen your spine, breathe out, just try to twist a little further. Inhale, come back to the center, exhale, left hand across the right knee, breathe in, grow nice and tall, breathe out, twist a little further, and then inhale, come back to the center. Now I want you to pick up your band. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water. If you don't have a band, you can use weights. If you don't have weights or a band, just really squeeze those muscles as we circle. We're gonna do ups and down. And if you're not using any weight, we can imagine we're kind of compressing, pushing the air together, pushing it down. So really using strong movements. We're gonna do to the front, pushing the air up, pushing it down. I'm gonna do some up and down. So if you don't have any weight, you can still work those muscles basically in the same way. Again, I want you to isolate the movements to your arms. No movement through the core, no movement through the spine. So just sit on that band, arms out to the side, shoulders down, nice long neck, and then small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more in this direction. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to power through right to the next set. Exhale, lift the arms up. Inhale, lower. And lift. And lower. 6 more. Keeping your spine long and strong. Thinking about the end of the week coming. But yeah, weird, slippy days at the moment, depending on those. Some people are working really hard, working busier than ever. Some people are completely bored. Last 2. And 1, come all the way down. I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle. Definitely working and doing quite a bit each day, but not as busy as I was before. Definitely not. Hands to the front, shoulders back. Zip the core in, and we're going to breathe out, lift the arms up. And lower. And lift. And lower. And definitely missing that kind of two-way conversation that happens when you're one-on-one or in small groups or even large groups. Just being able to tune my workouts to specific people and what their bodies need. But anyway, we do what we can. This is better than nothing. Hold that last one up. Breathe in, bend the elbows, breathe out, stretch. Inhale and exhale. And for 6, try to keep your neck relaxed. I would say hold the tension through the abdominals, not in your neck. So just try to tighten the core a little bit more, soften those shoulders. There's going to be some burning through the shoulders and through your arms, but try to keep the neck relaxed. Last 2, and 1, and then reach the arms out to the side, drop everything down, roll the shoulders back, roll them forward. And then the last one, we're going to hold that band short, closer to your hips. So you should have a little more slack at the end of the band. Elbows to the front of your ribs. Roll your knuckles up to the ceiling. Open your shoulders and then reach your arms out wide and back. Extend and bend. So we're working into our triceps here. Still thinking about the core, thinking about the alignment of your spine, trying to grow a little taller. We're always lengthening as we strengthen. Aim for 6 and 5. Last 4. Again, if you have no band, just reach and pull back. Just almost add imaginary resistance. Last 2 and back. We're going to hold the next one. Now try to pulse there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more sets. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And drop the arms. Wrap the fingers together behind your back. Lift your arms. Big breath in, let it go, and then release the fingers in front, look in towards the abdominals, really rounding the spine, and then straighten up your back, arms straight overhead, just lean the arms to one direction as you swing the hips, or the ribs the other way, and then reverse it, arms go one way, ribs go the other way, and then hands come down to your side, and one more time, just sliding that hand across the opposite knee, twisting the spine, lengthening. Come back to the center and slide the other hand across the knee. Good. All right, let's take that band away, grab some water. I'm going to do a little bit more work on the legs. Now we're gonna come onto your side. We're gonna swing the legs directly out in front. So your body's like a capital L shape. Now keep the shoulders back, keep the core in tight, lift your top leg and just hover it in line with your hip. Your foot should be parallel to the floor, foot should be flexed. Small pulses up. Do for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now tap the toe in front of the lower foot, tap the heel behind, and 8, 7, so lower foot is flexed as well, 6. Keep your spine strong and straight. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now just take a little moment to stack those feet, pull the shoulders back, lift the top leg, point the toe, turn the knee out, try to lift that knee, pointing it up to the ceiling, circle the leg, long, strong legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch a little longer, straighten up your back, reverse your circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to drop those feet back together again. Click your heels and lift. Click, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now sweep the legs back in line with the rest of the body. Extend your arm, rest your head, slide the fingers under the lower part of the waist, and just drop both feet down, both feet up. 6 and 5. Keeping this all very still through the abdominals, through your pelvis. That's 2. Hold the next one, flex your feet. Take your hand up to the ceiling, lift that top leg high to low. Lift and lower, aiming here for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now scissor both legs, no movement. Imagine a pin through the top hip, through the pelvis, right into that lower hip. So that's that's your axis there. That stays perfectly still. These legs just swing side to side. Don't bend in the knee. Aim for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs back together. Drop the feet down and just turn that knee forward. Hand from the head, holds the knee. The other arm reaches behind. And let's actually take both hands back to the hands on the floor, reaching like a letter T out to your sides. And just slide the top arm over your head till it meets the other arm in front. Slide it all the way back. Slide it over. And then this time, we're going to open that arm out like a book. So keep the arm, swing the arm up to the ceiling, back of the hand touches the floor, stretch the fingertips of both hands, and then close that book back down, reaching up to the ceiling, hands come back together. All right, let's take the knees back together, flip yourself over to the other side. Again, we're going to start in that capital L shape with the feet forward. So straight back, so your back is lined up at the back edge of your mat, shoulders back, core is tight. Hover that top foot just above the lower foot, heel, knee, and hip all in one line, foot flex, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap the toe, tap the heel, up and over, up and back for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, back. Take a little rest, correct your posture, relax your shoulders. Now lift the top leg, point the toe, little turn out on that knee. So we try to rotate that leg, really engage that quad muscle, the one that runs from the knee up to the hip, and small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, just take the feet together, turn the toes out slightly, little heel clicks, click, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5. Try to keep the energy in at 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now sweep the legs back in line with the rest of the body. Extend your arm, wrap your hand around the waist, tuck those fingers out and pull the shoulder back, lift both legs up. Try not to smush into those fingers. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Lower, just really narrowing the waist. Stay there. 6. Maybe lifting that hand up. 5. No daylight between the legs, really squeezing together. Last 2. and 1. Now take the top leg a little higher. Circles, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now I'm suddenly doubting if I did circles on the other side, but we'll do a few the other way. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Another upside of group classes is people can remind you what you have done, what you haven't. We're going to swing the legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Think about that pin through the top hip so there's no movement through the pelvis. Legs back together, and then 1 last big lift up and down. Again, counting 8, 7, keeping the core strong. Maybe lifting that hand. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the legs down, drop the knee forward. Let's take the hand to the knee. Other arm reaches behind you, all the way, circling all the way around the body. And the other way. And then just reach both arms out. So the back of the hand should be touching the floor. We're looking to that hand behind you. Then slide that arm over your head till it kind of comes around and meets the other hand. And then slide it back over, drawing a little rainbow over your head till it goes to that back wall. One more time, circling forward. Keeping the hand close to the floor, circling back. And then this time, when the arms are kind of completely apart, we're going to imagine we're closing the book. Take that hand up to the ceiling, hands back together, then lift, open that book out, reaching to that back wall, keeping that knee down, and one more time, closing that book all the way down. Take your knees back together, come up to sitting, and we're going to grab our band. We're going to wrap the band around the feet. So go from a rounded spine, kind of rippling through into a long straight back, shoulders down, pull your elbows back and forward. Breathe out and in. So trying to lengthen, keep the core strong, to keep that back strong and straight. As we wrap your shoulder blades together behind your back, pull your elbows together. Aim for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, a slight change. You're going to turn the palms down, curl your toes over that band so it doesn't slide off your feet. Lift your elbows up, over, back, and around. So more of a rowing motion. 4 more. 3. Last 2. And 1. Reverse it. 5 the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lean back, pull the knees in and out. Lift the chest. Lift for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pull the knees in, lift the arms, lift the legs. Hold your stretch there, and then just slowly lower the feet down to the mat. Fold over your legs. Extend the arms and bend. So getting into your triceps. Aim for 8, 7. Keep your upper arms almost parallel to the floor. Elbows above and behind your spine. If you're not too flexible, you'll be sitting up here. You can still work into those triceps. That's 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now pop that band away. Lift yourself over to your front. Option to add weights to this next exercise to make it a little stronger. Elbows up to your sides, belly button pulling up away from the mat. You're going to lift the chest and then lower. Feet stay down on the mat. Exhale, lift and lower. Last 2 and down and 1. Now reach your arms out to the corners of the mat. Take your feet a little wider. I'm going to lift your right arm and left leg, lifting as high as you can. Stretching through the fingers, stretching through the toes, and then switch. So it's like a slow, big flutter. Aim for 8, 7. Almost imagine you're pulling your hip bones together under that mat, lifting those lower abdominals. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes down. Sweep your hands along your sides. Lift the chest. Turn the pinkies together behind your back. Inhale, lower. Backs of the hands touch the floor. With that, rotate the arms. Lift, hold, and lower. Last 3 and 2. Little change now. Last 1. We're going to lace the fingers together. Heels zip together. Lift your legs up. Reach from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. And then inhale, lower everything down. Exhale, lift the chest, lace the fingers, reach the hands down the backs of legs, heels together, squeeze the inner thighs, hold there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, everything comes down. And then last, lift chest up, hands together, heels together, holding, lengthening again, stretching the body as long as you can for 3, 2, and 1. Take the hands into the shoulders, sit back onto your heels. Good. And then take both hands to the right side, right edge of your mat, sit back onto your left heels, you reach to the right. And then take your hands to the left side of your mat, sit back onto the right heel as you reach to your left. Come back to the center. I'm going to step your left foot through your hands and just look up to the ceiling. Maybe take the hands up to that knee, pull your shoulders together behind your back, and then turn. Take the elbow to the outside of that knee. Classic yoga pose, looking over your left shoulder. And then take the hands back down to the mat. And we're just going to straighten up that front leg. Flex the foot. Hold. Come forward again. Maybe lifting the back foot. And then back. One more time, rocking forward, lifting the back foot. So just be careful with your knee, that back knee. If you feel any pain or pressure, just kind of dial it back or just hold. Don't go too deep. Now let's hold that last one. Come up to your knee again. And now option, see if you can lift that back foot. Maybe taking your hand to the foot and lean forward. But again, don't force it if it doesn't feel good. Come onto those knees. We're going to step your right foot forward. Hand comes on top of that knee. Look up to the ceiling. Lift the arms up and then turn. Elbow to the outside of the knee. Look over the right shoulder. Take the hand back towards your foot. Straighten up the leg. Flex. And take it forward, lifting that back foot. Rocking back. Straighten up the front leg. Lift that back toe. Last 2. One. Now come up to the knee. If you can reach without causing any pain, grab that foot. Also, sometimes this can throw people into a little bit of a cramp. So just be careful. Try to catch that cramp before it really sets in. Good. Now, coming up into a plank, just to set you up for the next stretch, we're going to sweep your left leg under your body. Your left knee should be outside of your left arm, or left heel against your right hip. Look to the ceiling, inhale to hold, and then just slide those hands down and then open them out, just melting over that leg and inching your straight leg back. Hold there. Good. Just coming out of that stretch, walk your hands back, uncross the left leg, come back into your high plank. So just have lots of space. Sweep that right leg out of the body. Right knee to the right edge of the mat, just outside of the right arm. Left leg back, shoulders back, look to the ceiling. Inhale. Drop down to your elbow, down to your chest, turning onto one cheek. And breathe. A little bit of movement side to side, maybe straightening, inching that straight leg back. Good. And then lifting the chest, walking out of that stretch, rolling onto your back. I want you to grab your ball or your towel will also work. And we're going to place the ball between your shoulder blades, just so we have something that's kind of lifting up your thoracic spine, the middle of your back. Extend your legs out, let the head drop down, elbows out nice and wide. Big breath in and reach your arms out to the side. So stretch this up through the fingertips. Imagine you're holding a bowling ball in each hand, like curling those fingertips around that ball and then letting the weight of that ball pin your hands down. Now lift the arms up into more of an I shape. Maybe adjust yourself or adjust whatever you're using to lift that chest. Feel free to lift it or make it higher in your spine or lower. Lower the arms to back down like you're making your big snow angel. All the way up and all the way down. So starting with those straight arms. Next one, we're going to lift the arms over your head. Bend your elbows, pull your elbows down into a W shape. And then lift back up into your I. Exhale, elbows come down into a W. And then back up. Reaching your arms overhead into a long letter I. Hands behind your head. We're going to pull your chin into your chest. And see if you can come up off that ball. Take the ball away, find your band, roll down, band around that right foot, and just cross the leg over the body. Kick the heel away, keep the right hip down, circle the foot. Both ways, pull that band for that nerve stretch, the outer thigh, maybe getting into the back of the leg, back of the knee, back of your lower leg. So you swing that leg out to the side, try to get the foot as close to the floor and up towards that shoulder without lifting your left hip. And then switch to your left leg. Leg goes long. We start cross the body first, press the heel away, pull that band, circle the foot. Again, feeling those nerves tweak through your outer thigh or the back of the leg. Take the leg bend for your inner thigh stretch. Right hip down. Get the foot close to the floor and then up towards your shoulder. And then back to the center. Both feet go into your band. Straighten up the legs. Lift your head and roll yourself up. Holding over the legs. Pop the band away. Spin yourself around. Drop your chin round the spine into a nice big cat stretch. And then let's reverse it. Lift the head, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift the head, lift the tailbone. And now adding a little circle going out to the side, up to the top, to the other side, and down. Reverse that circle to the left, to the top, to the right, and down. One more time. Lift the head, arch the back, and then round the spine. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, come into a downward dog. Pedal through the feet, right heel up, left heel up, right and left. And both heels high, both heels low. Hands back towards your feet. Hang over the legs, grab, wrap around the back leg, nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Let the hands hang, bend the knees, and roll yourself slowly up to standing. Shoulders and head up last. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, up onto those toes, finding, holding your balance. Just notice it's a little easier to balance at the end of the class and after we move and stretch. Lace the fingers behind the back, lift the arms, and then shake everything out. Good, give yourselves a little round of applause. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you have a good Friday night. We're gonna come back for our Saturday session tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So please subscribe to getbrooked.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And I hope you'll check back in again soon. Bye.